Good morning and welcome to the 50 Cent Tour of February 5th, 2013. I am going to resist the temptation to talk about Burger King and horse meat. There are a lot of important things going on today, but I do hope that you have already had your lunch, or if you haven't, I hope that you will pass by Burger King and perhaps choose something else, although that was in the UK, but interesting, I find. Please take a seat on the Liberty bus and we will commence our tour. Genetic Roulette wins top transformational film, free until February 10th. And I've already highlighted this film, but because it's only free until February 10th, I wanted to give you all a reminder. My Gene Rosen video showing how to take down Sandy Hook videos being censored, been told privacy invasion by YouTube. This is, I mentioned cognitive infiltration yesterday. This is the kind of thing I was talking about. There's a very strong push to filter Liberty News and only let that which serves some other cause that's not as just get through the cracks and try to persuade people to follow along and things that are not significant or not entirely true. This is significant and entirely true. Hempcrete could change the way we build everything. Very cool article. Very exciting substance, and hopefully we'll be able to grow hemp in the US soon, and a lot of our ecological problems will actually be solved by hemp. Here is another article about technology. Keshe says world peace can be a byproduct of Keshe technology. Well, we can certainly hope that is true and look for that. Back to hemp. Spain's study confirms hemp oil cures cancer. That's right. They used the C word about the C word. Without side effects. Very cool. But, back to the US, that was Spain. Scientist convicted for making cannabis oil to treat his own pain. So, you know, there's push. We still have to insist that we be given access to this wonder substance. Do you ever feel insignificant? Well, Washington's blog tells us U.S. economic and peace breakthroughs technically easy and require public demand. In other words, if we all insist on things, public demand, these breakthroughs are technically easy. Shall we insist? I think that we shall. And according to another blog on Washington's blog, majority of Americans say federal government threatens freedom. So there's agreement here. We have agreement and we have a majority, and in theory we should be able to insist on those breakthroughs. Yes? And we need to do it quickly because the Justice Department says that government can kill Americans with impunity. This has mostly to do with the killing of American citizens if they are believed to be senior operational leaders of Al-Qaeda or an associated force, even if there is no intelligence indicating they are engaged in an active plot to attack the U.S. Of course, Al-Qaeda is, we treat them as allies in other parts of the world, but hey, whatever is convenient, whatever is expedient for the U.S. government, I should say U.S. corporation, they just seem to push through. And here's another article on the same topic. Now here is an interesting article. Charlottesville, Virginia becomes first U.S. city to ban government spy drones. If you've ever traveled in the east to the East Coast, in the northern part of the country, you may have passed through Charlottesville. There's a big freeway that goes through there. I've been there many times. And good place to drive now, I guess, because you can't be spied on with a government spy drone. They probably still have those cameras mounted in different places, but hey, you can't have everything. Now, Virginia Senate committee backs 2-year moratorium on government and law enforcement drones. One thing about these two articles that I do find interesting is that many politicians, many Washington, D.C. people live in Virginia. D.C. is not that big. And if you've ever driven through there, you can tell where the nice homes are, and there are a lot of nice homes in Virginia. As I said, I suspect there are probably a lot of government people living there, and my imagination wonders whether they perhaps themselves do not wish to be spied upon. So I guess the answer is, if you don't want to be spied on, move to a place where there's a lot of politicians, right? If you can stand it. No, there have to be other solutions. That concludes our tour for the day, and She Who Will Walk in the Dark thanks you for joining her. I hope that you are currently walking in the soft light of peace and joy, but if you are not, you know, the dawn is coming. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Take care, insist on liberty, and love one another.